Hi, welcome to Wayfinder Field Skills. Today is part one of a four-part video talking about packs. In today's pack I'll start with a general overview of hiking packs, different layouts, features, sizes, and some advice on how to choose the pack that best suits your intended purpose. In part two I'll dig into the pack frame and harness in detail, including some tips on how to correctly adjust the straps for you. In part three we go over how to pack a pack, the principles and considerations to keep in mind when loading your pack, and a little advice on the essentials you need for overnight or multi-day hikes. In the fourth and final instalment, I'll be discussing fitness for carrying a pack and some crucial exercises to make you stronger where it counts when carrying a heavy pack. All right, let's get into today's topic. The features, layout, size, and some of the use that different packs are designed for. Here in front of me are three packs. On the left, we have a 40 litre pack, in the centre is a 55 litre pack, and on the right is the largest pack with a huge 90 litre capacity. All three of these packs have a fully featured harness, including a waist belt, shoulder straps, a chest strap, and load lifters. This means that each of these packs can effectively transfer the weight of whatever is in the bag to your hips and shoulders to maximise comfort and stability whilst moving around. Now, starting with the smallest pack. This pack has the most pockets and features to aid in organising your gear. It has this compression panel on the front, also known as a beaver tail, which makes for a great place to put wet rain gear rather than putting it back in your pack, or for overflow storage for weatherproof items such as a tent. Next is this pocket in the front panel. It's quite large and is a great place to put your lunch and a jumper or other items that you might want to get to quickly without having to rummage through the inside of the pack. To access the main compartment, you simply undo this large U-shaped zipper, giving access to the interior of the pack. Once inside the pack, there are these two internal pockets which are great for storing and organising smaller items which might otherwise get easily lost, such as car keys, head torch, or your pocket knife. Another internal feature of this pack are these cup-like pockets, which are good for placing in a water bladder or other long cylindrical objects. While I was talking about water bladders, you have this port here for routing the hose so you can drink whilst on the move. Now this pack has an internal frame behind this sheet here which allows the harness to effectively transfer the weight to your hips. There are a lot of various straps and buckles on this pack, which can be a nuisance when you're just using it as a day bag or for day hiking and things like that. But for more technical pursuits or where you might want to carry specific equipment, then this feature comes into its own. With a capacity of 40 litres, this pack can be used for overnight adventures, but probably not much more unless you want to be really minimalistic in the way you pack your pack. But with internal and external features, it is well suited to activities like snowboarding, rock climbing, mountaineering, maybe canyoning, or similar pursuits where you're likely to be carrying some sort of equipment or strapping things to the outside of the bag. The next pack here, it sits in the middle between the other two in terms of capacity at 55 litres, but otherwise it's the simplest design of the lot. On the outside of the pack there's very little aside from these cleverly designed mounting points for an ice axe and ice tool. And then there's these compression straps which are also designed to hold the handles of an ice axe and ice tool. The storm flap or lid on top of this pack has two pockets for where you can store things you might want to access quickly. Underneath the storm flap is a compression strap which also has an extra buckle for holding a climbing rope. The main compartment in this pack is basically just a sack that is accessed by raising the top flap and undoing the drawstring on this compression sleeve. About the only additional feature inside this pack is this sleeve for carrying a hydration bladder. And the port to route the hose is here. Behind this sleeve is the internal frame, giving the pack the rigidity to enable effective weight transfer through the harness. With a capacity of 55 litres, you could conceivably live out of this pack for up to 3 days or so, carrying all your food and living equipment. The pack, however, has been designed with one thing in mind: climbing to the summit of snow-capped mountains. It has attachment points needed for ice axe and ice tools and other mountaineering equipment. It has the space you need to carry the gear you're going to need to make a push for the summit, and not much else. One final feature of this pack is this stuff it pocket on the side, which you can stow away the waist belt for when you're wearing a climbing harness. The third pack here is the mothership, being about 90 litres in capacity, and it sits between the others in terms of features and pockets. This pack has several straps and buckles like the first pack, which are used for compression and for strapping equipment onto the pack. It also has these two stuff-it pockets, which are large enough to put a camera tripod or a tent or something like that to the outside of the pack. This pack has one large external pocket here, which is great for storing rain gear or other equipment that you might want to get to without getting into the interior of the pack. Moving up the pack, it also has a storm flap to improve weather resistance. And in this lid, there's just one pocket for storing smaller items and things you might want to get to quickly. To access the main bag, you can raise the top flap and undo this compression sleeve here, or it has this U-shaped zipper, allowing excellent access to the interior of the pack. Just like the climbing pack, there's just one large compartment in here with no internal pockets. There are, however, some daisy chain loops here and some buckles which can be used for attaching purpose-built pouches or water bladders. The hydration port for this pack is in the centre up the top here. Now, one major difference between this pack and the other packs is that this pack has an external frame. External frames are uncommon nowadays, and in this case it has been designed like this so that you can separate the bag from the frame, creating an extra 40 litres of storage capacity. Having the storage here right against your back is useful for extremely heavy items like a large volume of water. The frame of this pack is also very robust, making the bag able to carry ridiculously heavy loads without damaging the frame or harness. This pack will easily carry more than you can comfortably handle. With its 90 litre capacity, overbuilt frame and harness, and the ability to expand it out to 130 litres, this pack is made for long duration treks, 10 days or more, and for outdoor professionals who may need to carry heavy equipment or for some reason need to carry extremely heavy loads. So there you have it. 3 packs with different purposes, features and layouts. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for the next episode, where I'll dive into the pack frame and harness in detail, including some tips on how to correctly adjust the frame and harness to fit you. All right, whatever it is that you're into, I hope you're getting after it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.